Happy Tuesday! I'm Tracy and this is the 3-Wick Thesis Candle channel, and Tuesday means it's time for a Talking Tea Tuesday episode. Today I have for us a collection of herbal tea candles. We have 5 to get through from 4 different retailers. I'm going to go ahead and share with you the label, wax, wick, cold impression, scent notes. I'm going to go spend some quality time with these and really get down to the bottom as much as I can to give you a full impression on what it looks like warm, scent quality, throw, strength, burn quality, all those features we look for in a candle. I'm also going to let you know what I paid for these so you can figure out which ones fit your budget and which ones you'd like to try, and give you insights into the size and burn time. I'm just going to randomly select the candles for today as I talk about them on cold. And the first one I'm going to pick out is Goose Creek's Wildflower Plus Ginger Tea. Now this is a part of their aromatherapy line, so all of them have a similar style. They've got kind of this solid border at the bottom. This one's kind of a pink tone, and then an ombre label for the second half. So you have this kind of like lighter shade of the pink, and then it gets darker as you get to the top. And then the label is a little bit see-through, so you can see the white wax behind it. There's been some question on Reddit about, are these aromatherapy candles, are they stronger? Are the ones that are supposed to be more intense, are they stronger? In my experience, these just smell like normal Goose Creek candles. I think the goal with the wellness and aromatherapy isn't so much strength focused, but I think they're supposed to feel more like spa candles and bring you comfort with their fragrances. Personally, I think all candles are aromatherapy, but I get where they were going with that. This one has a white lid, white wax, and kind of thin, stiff, ropey wicks. Scent notes are sparkling citrus, wild honeysuckle, and fresh ginger tea. I don't normally like honeysuckle, but because it's a ginger tea, I wanted to give this one a try for the tea series. I get honeysuckle first and foremost. It's not, at least on cold, overpowering. Sometimes honeysuckle candles can be very strong. For example, I don't like Bath & Body Works honeysuckle for that reason. This is nice. I feel like it's muted a little bit. I get something vegetal. I don't think it necessarily smells like ginger though. Something smells like green, vegetal, earthy. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I mean, it smells good. It smells herbal. It smells fresh. But I don't get a sense of ginger. Fresh ginger to me smells almost spicy. And it has this kind of like really deep earthiness and a little bit of like bright. I mean, it almost feels like bright and spicy at the same time. I don't really get that. I get a hint of the citrus, but it's not, again, it's not bright, it's sweet. Yeah, I'm perplexed by the scent notes on this on cold. It's very pretty. I don't think it smells like wildflowers, and I don't think it smells like ginger tea. We'll see how it does on warm. Okay, so this is their 14.5 ounce vessel. Burn time on this one, it says up to 50 hours. So these are pretty comparable to Bath & Body Works 14.5 ounce candles. This was, I would have paid between $10 and $11 for it. So I usually buy, if they're on sale, you get 6 for $60, you get 5 for $55, you get buy 3, get 4. There's all sorts of sales that happen. It usually ends up being between $10 and $11. Don't ever pay full price. I also would never pay like $13.50 for a Goose Creek candle. So wait until it goes on markdown. So that is Goose Creek. I do have another Goose Creek in that same size jar. This one, y'all, I love it, but I gotta warn you, it is discontinued. And unless they bring the Care Bears line back this summer, which I have hope that they will, because they've been re-releasing collections and collabs that were out before. So like they re-released Elf, they re-released the Peter Rabbit, they re-released Strawberry Shortcake. There's hope that Care Bears will come back, and I hope they do, because that line was actually really fun. So this is the Wish Big candle from the Care Bears collab. Love the color of the label, and I just love all the Care Bears on there. This is so nostalgic for me. I grew up loving Care Bears. My favorite was the one with the storm cloud on it. I'll show you. He's right over here. This one. He was kind of grumpy. And I remember as a kid just having empathy for him because he looked so like sad and mad, and I wanted to give him love. So love Care Bears, love the blue, and I love the fragrance on this. So scent notes are wild lavender, chamomile, raspberry, and vanilla. It's just so delicious. Now, it doesn't technically have a tea note, so I think you could argue that this is like tea adjacent, but when I smell this, I get herbal tea. Like, this smells like a delicious chamomile lavender tea to me. It's floral, it's fresh, it's comforting. That vanilla helps to kind of warm things up. It almost reads like you put a little bit of sweetener in an herbal tea. And then the raspberry is just kind of tart and juicy. Like, again, just like it smells like a perfect herbal tea fragrance. Just a subtle sweetness, subtle tartness with just some really nice calming florals. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. White lid on this one, and then the wax is also white. And these are also the thin, stiff, ropey wicks. I have already burned one of these, so I already know about the warm impression, but I'm going to burn another one for the research just so y'all can get insight into what it looks like burning and the quality of the burn. Be sure to take copious notes on that one. So that one, same price point, same burn time, same ounces. Okay, so the next one, I'm just going to pull up the webpage for this. This is Candleberry's Friendship Tea. And I gotta be honest with y'all, I struggled a little bit on whether or not to put this one in the herbal collection or put it in the chai collection because the scent notes have some chai overlap. Top notes are orange, lemon zest, and warm tea. Middle notes are cinnamon, allspice, and base notes are clove and vanilla. But ultimately, when I smell it, the citrus and the vanilla that's in this makes it so that it doesn't quite smell like a chai candle. So you get like chai elements, but I don't think this is a chai candle. So I do want to keep this one in the herbal. I think I also could have lumped this in with the fruit. Again, I feel like there's like, it's hard to categorize. But yeah, the spices in this made me want to go herbal. The citrus in it could make it go into the fruit video, but I'm going to put it in this one. All right, so this one, let's see, is $14.99 from Candleberry. This is their Friendship Tea fragrance, and it is 50 to 60 hours of burn time. It's a soy blend, and it doesn't have the ounces on this one. This one is their small jar. Let's see if it's on the container at all. Yeah, I can't find the ounce information. If I had to guess, it's probably around 10 ounces. Yeah, it's not even in the description. Just says small candle jar. It's definitely bigger than a single wick, but it also kind of looks like about half of a standard 3 wick. So I'm going to guess this is probably like 10 to 12 ounces. Black lid with the Candleberry brand embossed on there. Kind of an orangish red wax. And the wick on this is a core wick. You can barely see the core in there, but there is a shiny core. They do advertise that their cores are lead free. So, yeah, this smells really good. It's very spicy without being, it's not like red hot spicy, it's warm spicy. You get the clove for sure. So if you like clove candles, I would say pick this one up. I get the allspice, which to me allspice kind of smells like clove, and then you get this like really warm cinnamon. The vanilla helps to smooth some of that out and make it a little bit more calming. And you get just juicy citrus notes. I don't get zest from the lemon. This just smells like a sweet, juicy citrus candle with some spice. Kind of reminds me a little bit of, like at Christmas time, you have the oranges and you poke them with clove. It kind of smells like that. So, excited about that one. Maybe in the wrong episode, but I'm going with it. All right, next I have Kringle's Daylight in the Herbal Tea fragrance. I love the label on this one, and you get the same label with the larger jar. It actually does make me think of drinking herbal tea. Now these Daylights are super tiny. They don't have a lot of strength or throw. I do use them in my bathroom, so I'll be burning these in different spaces out of fairness. And this is 1.5 ounces. I usually get like 2 major burns out of it. It's supposed to last 10 to 12 hours. I would say mine usually last about 6 to 8. Often the wick will mess up, or once you get to a certain point, the wick doesn't relight and then you have like a third of the wax left. So I usually say if you're gonna burn the daylights, I would plan 2 burns and each one of those pretty long. And that way you kind of maximize the value of these daylights because they don't necessarily relight very well. Full price, these are $4, so they're pretty pricey per ounce, but they're just really good if you want to try a sample, you're not ready to commit. Kringles are expensive. I feel like they're unpredictable. I often buy the daylight first just to give it a try, and it saves me some money. I think I'm going to like this one, and if I do, it will be a repurchase, but for now I just stuck with the daylight. Scent notes are top notes of tea and lemon, mid notes of jasmine and verbena, and base notes of musk and sage. Yeah, I actually get tea, which is nice. I get a hint of lemon. Yeah, I feel like this could almost have gone in the white tea category. It's comparable to some of the white tea notes. I get the jasmine, it's very light. And the verbena often smells a lot like lemon. I'm struggling to distinguish between those two in this one. Very pretty, very light, very citrusy, very tea. You've got the thin wick. It's classic with Kringle, white wax. And then these are just beautiful when lit. So I'll be sure to share video of that. Really, really pretty. Okay, and then the last one I have is a Voluspa or Voluspa, however you wish to say this brand. Again, I wish these luxury lines would just make things that are easier to pronounce. This is their Morrocan Mint tea candle. This vessel is their mini tin. So they do have a 3-wick one that's bigger. I do like the design on this tin. It's just very simple, but also nice and decorative. I think it's attractive. This is 4 ounces of wax, and then it's supposed to be a burn time of up to 25 hours. I did pay full price for this one, which is $14. The scent notes are always listed on the lid. Very small print, but you'll notice it kind of wraps around the circle here. So the scent notes on this are refreshing green tea, spearmint, citrus, linden blossom, neroli, jasmine, and liang liang. On cold, y'all, I get mostly what smells like a mint tea. So I think it's properly named as Morrocan Mint Tea. It is minty without being toothpastey. It feels very fresh and very natural. I definitely get a hint of brightness from that neroli or from the citrus that's in here. And you definitely could convince me this is a green tea. I get a jasmine vibe more so than a liang liang. So yeah, I mean, I probably could have put this in the green tea episode too, but it smells more herbal to me. I get more of the mint. Really pretty. And then they do a coconut wax blend. So the wax is white, and then this is a thin curly wick. If I like this, I would definitely get a bigger jar. I do like this brand in general. I just find it to be a little bit pricey, and I've had some hit or miss with the strength and throw. So I want to see how this one performs in the mini tin before I graduate to anything that's bigger and more expensive. So if I were to rank these on cold, I don't think it's too hard for me, honestly. Last place, it's a bit of a competition between the Candleberry and the Wildflower and Ginger Tea. I do like this fragrance, but it reads a little bit heavy to me and reminds me more of a fall fragrance. And when I think herbal tea, I'm kind of craving something a little bit lighter, which is why it's in competition with this one. I think this one is lighter, but it's hard for me to necessarily say. I think I like this one less on cold. There's just that weird, it smells like celery. Like there's something vegetal in here. I can't place it. It doesn't belong. It smells weird, and I hope it changes on warm. I would do Kringle's Herbal Tea as third. The Voluspa Morrocan Mint as second. And hands down, no question, number 1 is the Goose Creek Care Bear Wish Big Candle. I absolutely love this fragrance. These other ones didn't have a chance with that one. So I'm gonna go burn these and then I'll come back after the cut, give you footage of what they look like lit, talk about the scent quality, burn quality, and strength and throw so you have more insight into which one would be best for you. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I have burned each one of these all the way to the end, and I'm going to give you my ranking in order from my least favorite to my most favorite. Least favorite, I do like this candle. To be fair, I feel like this whole collection is awesome, but it's the Candleberry Friendship Tea. Now, the reason why I'm marking this one down just a smidge is because I do feel like the proportion of wax that's left in the bottom is pretty large given the size of the candle. I know that I could toss this under my lamp or on a warmer or in a crock to get the rest of this out, but I felt a little bit shortchanged on how quickly this burned out. I don't feel like it lasted that long. It burned pretty quick. I enjoyed it and I wanted more. Maybe I should have bought the bigger size. So this one, in terms of strength, it's a strong candle. If you're sitting next to it, you're going to get a lot of orange and you're going to get a lot of the clove that's in here. Again, I do feel like this could have ended up in my fruit tea episode. It would have done very well in my fruit tea episode. It may have ranked, it may have been really close to getting right next to Japan, #1, but I think it would have ultimately been #2. But the spice in here with that fruit made this feel more like an herbal tea, and it's delicious. Again, I don't have really any complaints about any of these candles. I would burn any of them again. I did thoroughly enjoy it. Given the strength, I would expect it to have more throw. So it did not fill out the small space of my garage, which is converted. It's a single car garage converted to an office, no windows, door sealed off. You could smell it if you were near it. It did not come to the stairwell, it did not come up the stairs. But if you were sitting next to it, very, very strong. It's just beautiful. It's warm, it's spicy, it's bright from the citrus. It's warm from the spicy. I feel like this would make for an excellent winter fall candle. It gives those vibes. The only other thing I would note, which it worked itself out, is that there was some tunneling happening really through the first half of this candle. I did try using a Yankee Illuma lid on this, and that didn't help. So keep in mind, it could tunnel. You could have some burn issues. I feel like there's quite a bit of waste in the bottom of the jar. But otherwise, I think this is a stellar candle. It's probably the first one from Candleberry that I've really thoroughly been excited about and enjoyed. So if you like orange, spice, scented candles, I would say pick up this Candleberry. In fourth place, the ranking doesn't necessarily match the scent. I actually really enjoyed the fragrance of the Morrocan Mint Tea by Voluspa. It's #4 because of the price. And it burned so fast. I think I got 3, maybe 4 burns out of this. And this is a small candle, but I also feel like these tin vessels really heat up and then it melts quicker than what, say, a glass vessel might do. So I feel like it was just evaporating really quickly and I kind of wanted to savor it and it didn't feel like I had that option. I think if I were to get a larger size, maybe in a glass vessel, it would feel more worth the money. But with as quick as this went and the price point, it isn't worth it in terms of value for me. Now, this is a lovely herbal fragrance. I get the mint in it, which is really, really nice. But I also get those other elements in here. And honestly, it ended up smelling a bit like Kringle's Herbal Tea. They're very similar. I would say if you like this one, you would like this one, and vice versa. The only distinction I could really make out was that this one was not as strong and didn't have as good of throw, and it's got a mint note in it that's more pronounced. I love both of them. I would absolutely rebuy both of them, but for the value, this one is getting dinged. So decent strength. I could definitely smell it in the bathroom space. This one I burned in the bathroom because of its size. It did eventually fill the space, but again, burned really fast. The strength and the quickness didn't match to me. I was expecting it to be stronger. And overall, I just found this fragrance to be very calming, very spa-like, very relaxing. I recommend it. Beautiful candle. Absolutely beautiful. Flawless burn too. It's super clean in there. I will say the wick was slightly misplaced, which might not come through because it's dried at an angle. but the base of this wick is actually over here to the left. It's a little off center. It didn't affect the burn quality, but I was surprised that it wasn't centered in the vessel. Number 3, it pains me to assign it to third place, but y'all, the strength and throw on this left a lot to be desired. This is absolutely a beautiful fragrance. That chamomile is so gorgeous with the fruit and the floral from the lavender, a little bit of sweetness and warmth from the vanilla. I love this candle. Problem is, it had almost no throw, and I could barely smell it even when I was sitting right next to it. I ended up spending a lot of its life just because I wanted something, burning it next to the Wildflower plus Ginger Tea candle from Goose Creek. These aren't the same, but they had enough overlap in their pleasantries that they went well together. I don't feel like this one could stand by itself, which makes me sad. However, it is beautiful. I would still rebuy it. I do have a backup of this. I put in my notes, want more, exclamation point, and that means I want more strength and I want more of these candles. It did do pretty good in terms of cleanliness. Do have a little bit of soot over here. You can also see there's like some soot rings in the jar. For last year Goose Creek, I feel like this is pretty good. Wax pool stayed pretty clean, but still had a few issues with just leaving some residue in the jar. Now this was manufactured in 2024. Looks like this would have been early March. I don't think this is coming back out again this year. If that was the case, it would have been out already, but we'll see. I do hope they bring the Care Bears line back. It was very nostalgic, and I feel like a lot of us would scoop these up again. Second place, I did assign to the one I just held up, the Wildflower plus Ginger Tea. I absolutely love the smell of this candle. The wildflower comes out so much more on warm, and it's just very earthy. It feels a little bit polleny, and the wildflower note that's in here, even though they have wild honeysuckle, this feels like the wildflower that you might get in an actual honey, like wildflower honey, and you taste it and you get that wildflower essence. It smelled like that to me. I didn't actually get much of the citrus at all, and what I was smelling didn't feel like honeysuckle to me, but maybe, I mean, it's not a honeysuckle that I'm familiar with anyhow. It was just beautiful, floral, sweet. It's gorgeous. The ginger added just a little bit of what felt like some fresh spiciness to it. It added kind of a bright note almost. This was an excellent thrower. It crept from over here, so I had it burning behind here. It crept around the couch, up the stairs, and into the bedroom, if that gives you any concept of once I'd moved it out of the garage. I want to say, though, that my husband did not like this candle. He said it stunk, and he said something along the lines of, every time I come down here and you're burning that candle, I think it smells bad. So I asked him to describe what he thought smelled bad, and he said, I don't know, I don't like it. So I don't know if I'm going to rebuy it. It kind of crushes my heart a little bit because I really, really enjoyed it. So there was something in here he did not like. He couldn't pinpoint what it was. I'm actually surprised he didn't like it because he loves citrus. I don't get the citrus in this, but I thought maybe he might. So we'll see. I might still buy it and burn it when he's not around because I thoroughly enjoyed that one. And then number 1, y'all, no contest, off the charts, absolutely, yes please. I bought this in a 4-wick because I love it so much, is the Kringle Herbal Tea. I need a moment. I love this candle. It is amazing. Now, I gotta tell you my research, right? I can't just focus on how much I love it. Of the entire tea series that I have published episodes on so far, this is my favorite. Every single episode I've done, hands down, number 1, no question, I love this. And this is really close to staying in number 1 place. It might still be in number 1 place after the remaining episodes that you all haven't seen yet, but I've been testing. It's yet to be seen, but I think this is a high score, high achiever. It is really good strength for its size. This did an excellent job of filling my bathroom, and it was strong. I feel like you just get this actual tea note. It feels fruity. You get a little bit of lemony. It just feels fresh and warm and comforting. I love it so much. I'm pretty sure that Melanie, Mr. Kong's mom, I think this is one of her favorites too. And she said that she had talked, I think this is the herbal tea. Fix me if I'm wrong. Leave me a comment if you also watched her video on this one. I think she said that she encouraged her best friend to order it and her best friend hated it. And she kind of felt bad because she'd made the recommendation, her friend didn't like it. I will note that there is a lemon essence in this candle that almost goes by the way of like cleaner lemon. I feel like it blends well with the other elements of the fragrances, that I don't mind it. But if you don't like cleaner lemon, some people call it citronella. I don't think it's citronella. You might not like this. And maybe that's what was going on with Melanie's friend. But I love this candle. I can't get enough of this. I cannot wait. Actually, my 4-wick, hello, it's right here in this box. I'm about to do a Kringle haul. I want to smell it. I can't wait. I can't wait to burn it. I'm very excited. I'm kind of sad I'm going on vacation because I'm not going to be able to burn that 4-wick. Highly, highly, highly recommend the herbal tea from Kringle. All right, y'all. Let me know in the comments, have you burned any of these? What has been your experience? I would love for you to share those below. That way, y'all are learning from each other and not just from my research, because this is a sample size of 1. There's lots of variety out there and experiences and interpretations, so share with me what you know about these candles. If you have one you think you might want to pick up based on this review, tell me in the comments. I'd love to know that I inspired you to try something out. If you liked this episode, stick around. I have several more episodes on the horizon from my tea series. They come out every Tuesday. I still have my Southern tea. I have a World Traveler tea that I'm doing. I feel like there's one more. I can't remember. There's so many tea episodes. You'll want to subscribe so you see them in your feed on YouTube. And if you appreciated this review and analysis, give me a thumbs up. That always makes me feel good about the content I'm creating. I'll see you again tomorrow. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.